Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, April 24th. Pretty pleasant morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Temperatures will jump today into the 70s ahead of a cold front as winds become a little bit stronger over the next few hours out of the southwest ahead of this cold frontal system. That front will slide through early tonight, associated with showers and isolated thunderstorms. Will not have quite the same bite to it as the strong cold front did late last week, both in terms of the amount of rainfall associated with the actual frontal passage and in terms of the colder air mass behind it. It will turn cooler tomorrow, but nothing too drastic. Temperatures reaching the 60s in most mid-Atlantic locations. And by the weekend, it looks rather pleasant with some sunshine both Saturday and Sunday here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Temperatures way up in the 60s for the most part on Saturday and Sunday. Let's take a look at the latest surface map, and here's that cold frontal system right now crossing the Ohio Valley. There's a pretty healthy looking band of showers and thunderstorms associated with that front, but that'll tend to weaken just as at the time that the front reaches the East Coast. Probably some decent showers and thunderstorms all the way up into western and central Pennsylvania as this frontal system treks to the east, but it'll tend to weaken a little bit before moving into the I-95 corridor early tonight. Nonetheless, showers are likely and there will be some isolated thunderstorms. Cold air still settled in over the middle part of the country. They had some incredible snow records broken in some areas out there. Rapid City, South Dakota, for example, had now has registered over 40 inches, I think 43 plus inches of snow for the month of April, which is higher than their entire winter's average. Duluth, Minnesota now has had the most snow ever in any given month, and it turned out it was April. Just some incredible rainfall, snowfall amounts and cold weather situations over the last several weeks. Denver, Colorado, yesterday, they did in fact get the doubleheader in between the Braves and the Rockies. The first game was played in the afternoon. Turned out to be the coldest game ever played in Denver, with a starting game time temperature of just 23 degrees, actually shattering the old record, which was 28 degrees set in Denver back in the late 1990s. Probably the coldest game ever played in terms of the starting game time temperature. I'm sure there are some records like that. I'll try to find that out for you. But they'll get quite a bit warmer into the interior part of the country over the next few days. In fact, Denver should reach 70 degrees this weekend. Well, here's a current look at the nationwide radar. And again, there is quite a healthy looking band of showers and thunderstorms, and that'll move steadily to the east today. It'll really affect places like western and central Pennsylvania, western Virginia, before it tends to weaken a little bit as it moves towards the I-95 corridor. Nonetheless, we will have showers early tonight, isolated thunderstorms up and down the I-95 corridor. All in all, though, not a heavy rain event, probably a quarter inch or less in most mid-Atlantic locations in the early part of the evening tonight. By late tonight, clearing skies will set in. It'll turn somewhat cooler, and again, the next couple of days will be kind of chilly. Here is a mixed bag out here in the Midwest of snow and rain over Illinois, northwestern Indiana, and this is all residual snow up over the northern plains. Well, I thought I'd take a look at the northeastern GOES visible imagery loop here. This is from the Penn State eWall site. A couple interesting things to note. First of all, this region right here in south central Pennsylvania all the way into Chester County is really low clouds and some fog. You can kind of tell the texture of this. This is really low clouds and certainly some fog banks here. And that'll dissipate over the next few hours, kind of erode as the sun heats up the lower part of the atmosphere. Meanwhile, out here in northwestern PA, some scalloping nature to the clouds out here, and indeed there are some showers and thunderstorms already moving into the northwestern part of Pennsylvania. They'll take quite a while to cross the state, however, and it looks like for the most part the day from D.C. to Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York City should be on the dry side, with increasing winds, increasing temperatures, and certainly several hours of sunshine before any showers and thunderstorm moves in at the very end of the day, or most likely early tonight. Well, let's take a look at a couple of forecast maps for this evening, tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow night. This is from last night's 0Z GFS model run. By this evening, the cold front is approaching the I-95 corridor. Most precipitation is holding off, though, until after 6 or 7 o'clock, it looks like, in the I-95 corridor. And again, right now, currently, we saw quite a healthy-looking band of showers and thunderstorms, but by this evening, that kind of is confined only to the northern part of the cold front, weakening already here on the southern side of this cold front, and again, not a heavy rain event at all coming for the Mid-Atlantic region, under a quarter-inch for most locations. A little bit of modification here by later on today, but the real warm-up comes in the middle part of the country over the next few days, and again, the southern Rockies should reach the 70-degree mark on Saturday and Sunday as well. Here's a forecast map for tomorrow morning. That front off the East Coast, clearing skies sets in late tonight and early tomorrow. For the most part, it'll be mostly sunny here in the Mid-Atlantic region on Thursday, although a bit chilly and certainly colder than normal for this time of the year. And Friday should see below normal temperatures as well. But for the most part, dry weather exists behind this frontal system almost all the way across the nation. And indeed, it looks like a relatively dry pattern for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here in the eastern part of the country. Finally, here's the forecast map for tomorrow evening. Another Canadian high-pressure system moving into the northeast. It'll be a chilly night tomorrow night, Thursday night, with temperatures way down into the 30s in most mid-Atlantic locations. A few rain and snow showers up in the mountains and in the eastern part of the Great Lakes, but mostly dry here in the I-95 corridor here in the Mid-Atlantic region. So another cold frontal system coming through this evening with some showers and isolated thunderstorms, and then pretty well dry and chilly for the next couple of days. But a decent weekend is coming up for the Mid-Atlantic with pleasant temperatures on Saturday and Sunday and some sunshine both days. And farther to the west, a significant warm-up will occur in places like Denver and all across the middle part of the country, with 70 degrees possible this weekend in Denver on Saturday and Sunday. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.